Welcome back to Hong Kong Direct, our weekly look at all things racing here in Hong Kong. Still our preview of the HKSAR Chief Executives Cup to come with Graham Cunningham. Next up, though, we go to Carnival Day last weekend at Sha Tin. To check out all the action, we sent along roving reporter Ed Sadler.
Well, the countdown to season 2019-2020 is well and truly underway. We're here at the pre-season carnival, the traditional appetiser before the season opener next weekend. 5 trials are scheduled to take place here at Sha Tin as Hong Kong's horses get their first opportunity to strut their stuff on the turf. The opening batch of the evening featured a number of highly rated sprinters, including Regency Legend. The 4-year-old New Zealand import impressed with 3 wins from 3 starts last season, but hasn't made a public appearance since his most recent race at the end of January.
Well, he's obviously going to come on a lot from that trial. As he said, he's had a long time off, and I didn't ask him to do too much. He's going to race next week, so we don't want to bust him today. But he was, he's on his toes in the gate, understandably, but he came out okay, travelled nicely, and sort of all in all, it was a nice drive.
While Purton has won the past 2 jockey championships, he will have to combat an old foe this season in the form of Joe Moreira. After spending last season as stable jockey for John Size, the Brazilian is now licensed as a club jockey, meaning he has no restrictions on who he can ride for. Danny Shum's promising 3-year-old winning method is one horse that Moreira is looking forward to riding in the upcoming season.
Well, he gave me a feel that he has improved, which was expected as last year he was a year younger. Then he gelded him, I think that is a plus. He was very straightforward, done nothing wrong during the trial. In the last 50 metres, last 100 metres, I asked him to pick up again and he just got in front once again and ran away. So the horse seems very healthy, seems that he has gone forward, and I can't wait to ride him on the day 1.
But there's more to the pre-season carnival than just the horses. There's plenty of family-friendly activities and the traditional Jockey Sprint race, a race that's been dominated in recent years by Karis Teeton. But he's riding in Japan today, so an opportunity for a new winner awaits.
Ready now for the Jockey Sprint. They face the starter. Alfred Chan keen to get on with the job. They're ready. Away on Blake Shinn, an awful start, he came down, and Derek Long came out very quickly, as too did Alfred Chan. There's the plushy change, and bursting through now is Aldo de Meyer. He's cleared the field here, and he's starting to showboat backwards through the line. Way too good.
I think I've won the South African League 5 years in a row, so I'm not sure if word got out, but yeah, it was quite exciting to come test myself against some new company, and yeah, I think the guys back home was a bit long in the tooth, so yeah, we come take on a bit of younger guys.
After gaining a taste for Hong Kong racing last season with 13 winners over the final months, De Meyer will be hoping his run of form can continue when the real races begin this weekend.
I think he's in for a big season, Aldo. He wasn't taking that, it was lots of smiles there, but I have on good authority he was wearing spikes for the Jockey Sprint, so he was serious about it.
That is dead against the spirit of the occasion, but seriously, I've heard of winners doing handsprings. I've not heard of many running backwards through the line. Impressive.
It was very impressive indeed. All right, that was Carnival Day from last weekend. Moving on, though, to this weekend. The Hong Kong SAR Chief Executive Cup is the feature race, Graham. And looking at that, you've picked out a couple of stats for us. Yeah, just try and give people a feel for the whole flavour of the race. No surprise, Zach Purton and Joe Moreira have a good record. They've won 6 of the last 7. Danny Shum bids for his 4th win in the race with Regency Legend and Seasons Bloom, who won the race a couple of years ago.
And there's a great chance for Blake Shinn. He would join Derek Cruz as a 4-time winner of this big race. Douglas Whyte won the race twice as a rider, bids to win it on his first day as a trainer with California Fortune. And it hasn't been a great race for favourites. OK, no better. 3 of the last 10 jollies have been successful.
All right, OK. And, well, as we have a look at the some of the major players, this is actually from Carnival Day itself. This will be a key trial with 3 of the runners going around here.
It's a trial, so we shouldn't get too carried away. But have a look at these main players. Styling City, Joe Moreira on board. I think he wanted to have a feel of what was under the bonnet. Regency Legend, Zach Purton, didn't really want to get out of 4th gear on him. Eases him back late on. And Wishful Thinker held up, never a serious player, but had a nice, gentle trial. Impressive in the end. Good performance from Styling City. Regency Legend was a boom sprinter in December and January. Wishful Thinker isn't too far behind the very best 1,200-metre horses around. Those three are major players.
He's got a big weight on his back, though, hasn't he, Wishful Thinker, the 133?
He has. He has to give, I think, 13 and maybe 19 or 20 pounds to Regency Legend and Styling City.
All right. Regency Legend, again, we're looking at here.
The key thing about him, he can turn on the jets in the final 400. He has beaten 22 seconds not once but twice in his 3 wins. This is very solid form. Winners behind him, including California Fortune. But there are negatives. He's been off the track for a good while now. He's up to Class 1 for the first time. And he probably needs a really good gallop. Will he get that this Sunday?
Yeah, and the grand final for him is down the track. They're working towards possibly Group 1 races.
Well, if there is a star in the race, it's almost certainly him. He's got Purton on board. He's got that seductive, unbeaten profile. But this is a test for him. It's by no means a one-horse race, in my view.
All right, but who is the horse that we're going to be tipping for the
I'm interested in Styling City, with Joe Moreira on board for the first time in over a year. He got off to a fantastic start. He ran some very good races in defeat last season. And I think that he's going to get the perfect stalking trip. California Fortune to lead, and from a low draw, Joe to stalk and pounce on Styling City.
All right. I'll go with Regency Legend. I think he's going to come up short, but I say he could be the star of the future. So that's Graham's tip from an analytical point of view. The stats for the day, well, this is outside of the big race, but Chris So, his record shows he's got a good September record, and he's got some nice runners on the opening day as well.
Yeah, he has every reason to smile in the early part of the season. He generally comes out swinging with his horses fit and ready. And as we know, Andrew, trainers are creatures of habit. These trends tend to be repeated season on season. No reason to think that Chris won't be good to go with the likes of Mr. Croissant in the opening weeks.
Yeah, and he's got Regency Gem going around in the first as well. I think he'll go pretty close. So Chris So is the stat. My selection for the day, well, race 8, we're going to Mongolian King. Now, he won this race 2 years ago. And I think, well, he is back to his winning mark. He's 1 point below that, 83 compared to 84. He was good first up last season when blowing the start as well. Lyle Hewitson in the saddle. He's going to take the world of beating as well. Mongolian King, first up record looks good. Me Choi's Gaza, generally a flying start as well to the season as well. So those are the tips for the weekend. Looking forward for the remainder of September. Well, there's no Happy Valley this week or next week, Graham. So it goes Shartin, then Happy Valley. The opening day is on the 11th in the city.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks. And we also have some strong foreign challenges in Korea next weekend. Ugly Warrior and Glorious Artist going raiding Korea with Vincent Hobart,
who's had a great summer as well. He's had a busman's holiday as well. 6 winners in the UK and success in the Shergar Cup.
He is very quietly building his brand. It's an impressive profile he's building. And again, on the international stage next week, he could be a name to follow.
All right, well, there you go. That pretty much wraps up our opening show for Hong Kong Direct this season. The opening day on Sunday with the 10 races on the turf. Should be a fantastic season ahead, Graham.
Yeah, you can't beat the optimism of the start of a new season. Andrew, let's just hope it lasts beyond the first meeting. Let's hope for a good start.
I'm sure it will. Thank you, Graham. Thank you for watching as well. That's the show. We're going to leave you this week with the HKSAR Chief Executives Cup from 2010. Success for Lucky 9 for Brett Preble and Casper Fowles. This was a springboard to future Group 1 glory.
Covering a bit of ground is Nightline, then Sunny King from Lucky 9, Dynamic Blitz, Brilliant Chapter, and Amigos last as they round the corner. And it's Sunny Golf, the leader from Tuscan Spirit. Right off the course, Shining Victory going after the leaders. Then Dream Team from Perfect Style, Nightline, and Lucky 9's pulling to the outside now. They're stretched right across the track. On the far side, Tuscan Spirit from Sunny Golf. Now wide out, we've got Nightline and Lucky 9 putting in. Nightline races to the lead from Lucky 9. Nightline and Lucky 9. It's a 9-up finish and Lucky 9 gets the prize.